Welcome everyone to Contemporary Issues. We are discussing a very contemporary social issue today with the Colorado primary election. And we just thought it would be a good time to go over what the major races are for the election and get your input. Also, what you think. Some of these races are hard to choose from good candidates. So we'll just talk a little about the major ones and what their positions are. And then I want to hear from you. Who do you like and who do you not? But before we do that, our usual announcements. Zoomers, nice to have you all here. Please mute yourself when you're not speaking. The lower left corner of your screen. We are recording this for future playback. And since we are talking politics today in a Christian setting, would like to ask everyone to be sensitive and respectful to people on both sides of the aisle and every candidate and person we will speak of. Please do so with respect and don't call any names or disparaging remarks. Save those for after class. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
That's okay. Other news, a quick plug for the Vacation Bible School for Seniors. It's a fun thing that's coming up, June 23 to 25. Discovering God in film is the topic this year. And faith, that's true, yes. But there's lots of other things going on. There's breakout sessions with Becky giving her yoga. And
Vicki and Alice doing crafts.
Vicki and Alice doing crafts too. Okay. Yeah. It's a fun thing. If you've never gone before, it's only $35, is it?
It's 12 per day.
$12 per day.
Sign up for the free.
And the pastors speak to, Rev Mark comes and speaks to it. And so it's a fun thing. So I want to encourage you to do that for at least one day. Okay. Other things in the news. Well, we have two wars that are continuing, dragging on, Iran and Lebanon. Have you noticed how the Lebanon war just goes on and on? Israel just continues. And I'm not saying they're not justified, but it's a very sad thing to see.
And Ukraine.
And Ukraine, three wars and many others around the world too. So if anybody has a solution to it they'd like to share with us.
Lots of prayer.
Lots of prayer can only help.
A little money to Ukraine.
Money for drones.
And money for Ukraine and for drones we have set up front. That's right, because it's a new world with fighting with drones instead of the old ways.
It'll be robots.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Anybody going on a trip or been to a trip very unusual? Want to share for a minute? Okay, we'll do this quickly. Esther, where have you
I'm
been?
gonna go to Germany the first 2 weeks. in
Germany?
July. I'm gonna go with my two sons and Doug's wife Christy, so we're gonna drive around and we have our itinerary set. We'll have a good time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Can you read the German road signs when you're
Yes,
there?
I can read the German. I can't, I don't know German, but I can read the road signs.
Good, don't get lost. Okay, Sharon.
I'm going on a cruise out of Rome over to Greece and then back with my daughter and granddaughter.
A cruise to Greece with daughter and granddaughter. Oh, how fun.
We're not going to Athens, so we're only gonna go to an island, but it's more along the coastline, so it'll just be fun to be with my family.
Yes,
Okay.
tis the season for cruising. Yes. And Eric.
I'm going to Wisconsin
Wisconsin.
and the UP and Traverse City for July 4th.
Very good. Very good.
For the
Vicki and I
100th
are going
anniversary
to
Cherry Festival.
the Cherry Festival. He said. Vicki and I are going over July 4th to Montreal, Canada for the first time, just to see a different city and go to the jazz festival there. There's a big jazz festival. You been there?
Went there last
You
year.
went there last year.
Up to St. Lawrence. It was beautiful.
Oh, talk to me after class. I want to know how. Vicki, where'd you go? Where
I'm
you?
going to Yellowstone National Park.
You're going to Yellowstone.
By myself.
Very good.
Road scholars.
Good. Fun. Fun. Watch out for the grizzly bears and the big bison. Don't pet the furry cows. Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going to Chautauqua
in upstate New York.
Chautauqua, New York.
That's great.
Yes, very good.
Or
What a
we-
traveling group we have. Yes?
We're going to New York City to see our son and
New York City for what?
to see our son.
See your son. Good. Good. Well, it's good to hear where everybody goes. It is. Gives us a little thing. Larry.
Deep Creek Lake, Maryland,
Maryland. Okay.
very western edge of Maryland.
Mr. Hitch. Okay. Very good. All righty. Thank you for sharing that. And, okay, let's jump in. I have handed out and will put on the screen here the sample ballot for the Democratic Party of Douglas County. I tried to print out the Republican one and it would not print out for me. I am making that disclaimer. It's not an intentional
Your
slight.
nose is getting longer.
It is not an intentional slight, I guarantee you. But let me get my share screen here so that our Zoomers can see the sample ballot too. So we'll just go over that for a moment. And I'll mention those, and we're going to discuss the major races today. Colored races, to yourself, there's so many. In fact, on this primary election, the mail ballots go out tomorrow on June the 8th. So, and the election is June the 30th. And as you all probably know, primary elections are for each party. So if there's lots of Democratic or Republican candidates on each side, the election, primary election whittles it down to one winner that will run against the opposing party in the fall. In this one, there are, the major races are one for U.S. Senate, governor's race, attorney general's race, secretary of state, and then all state house races, houses, representatives are up for election, and 21 of the 35 state senators. And so we obviously won't be able to discuss all of those. So I encourage you to look up on those candidates' own websites for what they are standing for. Okay, so here is the sample ballot for Douglas County Democrat. U.S. Senators, John Hickenlooper, the incumbent, is up for re-election, and he's faced by Julie Gonzalez. He does have a opponent. And I'm just going to read through the major ones and then take this off the screen so I don't have too many screens open. Representative, U.S. Congress for District 4 is Eileen Laubacher. She is running against Lauren Boebert in the fall. She has no Democratic opponent, so she's the one that will be facing Lauren Boebert in the fall. Jason Crow, Congress, has no opponent. And then the big race that we've all been hearing about for governor, Phil Weiser and Michael Bennett. Secretary of State, to those two people, Amanda and Jesse. State Treasurer has no opponent. And then the last big race, Attorney General Jenna Griswold, who was the Secretary of State, apparently is not running for that again, and she's running for Attorney General with these three other folks. And then you'll see the rest of the ballot is on the regents for University of Colorado and state senators and then county offices too. So let me.
Steve, this is Linda. Please mention that if you are a registered independent, you can vote in either the Democrat or the Republican ballot. Not both.
Yes, thank you.
Not
Linda.
both.
You're registered independent, you get both in the mail, Republican and Democrat. And so then you can decide, what do I want to do? You can only return one or it'll be disqualified. But some people like to vote not only for who they like, but who they on the other side that they don't like, so they can try and knock out a candidate that they don't like on the opposing party. Some people strategize that way. Yes, Larry.
If you're not registered for any party, are you sent any ballots?
I don't think so. Because to be registered, you have to declare a party, right? I don't remember for sure.
Well, there's.
No, you
there's
can
another-
register with either party or no party.
Or no party at all,
Yeah.
including independent. Okay,
Right.
Frank in the back.
If you leave it blank, you default to unaffiliated.
You
Yeah.
default to unaffiliated. Oh, that's right, yes.
And therefore can vote in either of the party elections.
Like the independents, yes.
If you are a minor party member, you will not receive any primary ballots.
Minor party member, you don't,
Unless that party.
you only
has a
get your
primary
parties.
Okay.
Yes. By the way, there's a microphone on the side here for anybody, if we grab it when folks start talking. Yes. Lots of details, but very interesting. Okay. So I want to stop sharing that one. And want to go to a website who shows the Republicans also. So I give some credit here to the Republicans. This is a very good voter's guide. This is from coloradonewsline.com. And it gives all the primary election races in a row here. So let's start with the, for US Senator Hickenlooper. And I want to show you, I'll click on this, it'll show both of these candidates. Hickenlooper's opponent, Julie Gonzalez, is a state senator, elected first in 2018 from the north and the west of Denver. And if you want to read more, you can click on the individual sites and come up like this, and then here she looks like a young lady. First thing that comes up is give us your money. That's right. But then if you want to get right to the meat of the issues, you go up here to their priorities, or sometimes their button says issues at the top. And hers is pretty thin. Says she's running because freedom should be felt in everyone's life. And affordability. Yep. Affordability, everyone should have a fair shot to afford a home, see a doctor without going bankrupt, and raise their kids with dignity. She has led on housing reform, consumer protections, and prescription drug costs. And then she says she wants a fair deal for Colorado. The economy should work for everyone, not just corporations. And of course, you don't get any details on how folks are going to achieve these big goals. Freedom to thrive means real decision-making power, that kind of thing. So we get the feeling, you get the idea of what she's about by looking at that. Okay. And then let's go over to Mr. Hickenlooper. How do I get out of there? I did it before, but now I'm stuck.
Click on the X there. Go right on.
I think that'll take the whole thing.
There's an X below it.
No.
You didn't flag it as a
There
favorite?
you go.
Okay, but now that took me out of the whole website.
Whoops.
That's all right. This will come back up. That's okay. And I'll share screen for our Zoomers also. Hang on with me for just a minute. But as we're going to look at Hickenlooper's website also, tell me what you think about Hickenlooper. What are your thoughts? I'll tell you, my immediate thought is, it seems like everything I see from him is anti-Trump. Every one, and I read that, I subscribe to his electronic newsletter, and I go, what are you working on? What are you for? Not just against Trump. Yes.
So one of the things when I.
Can we get the microphone over to you? Would somebody Frank, could you grab the microphone? Thank you.
So one of the things I think about when I think of Dick Kluber is I have a memory, and I remember several years ago when he was supporting fracking. And I was kind of unhappy about that because he was already a senator, and I thought that that was kind of a betrayal of Colorado, but he came up through the oil and gas industry, and those are his buddies, and that's where he got his funding. So I have mixed feelings, although I do agree with the Democratic Party for the most part. So there you go. That's what I do.
Okay, okay. Other thoughts? Pass it over to Gene. He's got his hand up.
Well,
Gene, use the microphone, please.
I've always been impressed with him. He came to Colorado, he was a geologist by training, an entrepreneur down in Louisville, something being recalled back then, small business and so forth. And then also, he's been an active trustee at Hope Baptist Church in North Denver, which is primarily an all-black church. And he's been an active trustee there. So I've just always been impressed by what the guy has done professionally, and it's also as far as his religious and spiritual connection.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, he says his priority is fighting to protect all of Colorado, stopping the Trump administration's lawlessness is his top headline. Protecting democracy, creating an economy that works for everyone. It seems to be a popular phrase these days. Stopping ISIS violence in our communities. Protecting public lands. Just show you the main headlines here. Universal health care. A big, hard to obtain goal that voters need to know. And he's talking about against ICE tactics here too. Join us and donate. Here's a picture of him as a teenager playing his guitar.
It's a little different.
Okay,
Those that case.
yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on this race?
How old is he now?
Yeah, he's over 70, I know that.
Over 70, been in public office a long time. How many think maybe it's time to give a young person a chance at that? We've got a few people.
Repeat the question.
My question was, he's been in office around for a long time in public service. Is there an argument to give a young state senator a chance at that office? Would that be good? Okay, Patty, go ahead.
Well, this race and the Wise Redundant race do a very similar thing for me, which is I may lean toward the more progressive, newer, younger candidate, but I also want this person to win badly in the fall. So I'm looking at the general election and name recognition and winnability with independence also matters a lot.
Yeah.
So sometimes I might lean toward a newer person or a more progressive person, but I am conflicted. I have mixed feelings. Okay, I don't want to take any chances. I can't take any chances.
Can't take any chances, Good point. Okay, Larry and then Ron.
A person who's been in office for a while has some seniority and has a bigger, for lack of a better word, mouth as to what happens than a brand new freshman person. And that's why I would vote for Ricky over.
More clout.
Just a general note of worry about the US Senate right now. We, of course, are cognizant that the 9 most populous states have 50% of the population. So you've got 50% of the population with, what does that give us? 80 senators or something? And the other thing is, there's some strange things going on in the Senate right now. By that, I mean, Minnesota's Amy Klobuchar has decided to drop out of the Senate and go for the governor of Minnesota. Also, our own Senator Bennett has decided to slide out of the Senate and go for the governorship. I'm reading between the lines. I think there's a lot of senators in both parties that are very, very frustrated by the inability of the Senate to avoid domination by the presidency, and also to avoid control by the party apparatus. So that's some interesting things to think about.
Good points. Okay.
Well, the candidate meeting isn't helping himself either.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into the Democrats for governor. Let's look at Bennett and Weiser. See what their websites have to say here. Michael Bennett's been a senator since 2009 and previously been managing director of an investment company.
And superintendent of DPS.
Yeah, he's.
Chief of staff to
Okay, and chief of staff to Hickenlooper. I didn't remember that. And Phil Weiser has been Colorado Attorney General since 2018, previously clerked for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and served in the Obama administration, and was dean of the University of Colorado Law School. Okay. Let's look at how similar their websites are on their priorities. I was really struck by that. They say almost the same things for their priorities. They always get the donate window first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go to priorities. Okay. Bennett says his priorities are healthcare, clean air,
Giving us medicine.
education, childcare, water, and economy, conservation, kid safety, and standing up to Trump, and transportation. Well, he's got a lot of them there. But I won't go through all the details. He has a lot of details on, if you click on each of those boxes, it will tell you what he wants. And Mr. Weiser is almost exactly the same first 5 or 6 priorities. Sorry, affordability, housing, healthcare, universal healthcare, clean air.
Still Bennett.
That's still
Small.
Yes, I know. I hadn't clicked on the other one yet. Yes, Frank, go ahead.
Microphone, please.
Microphone. Here, I'll pass the other one up here too. And then to Tom. Go ahead, Frank.
My understanding with regards to Bennett, if he were to be elected to the governorship, he would, his office of Senate, U.S. Senate would become vacant, and he would be the one to appoint his own successor. Is that correct?
Yes. Bennett is not resigning from the Senate.
Has he announced who his own successor will be?
No.
If he wins, he would resign.
Well, yeah.
I'll pass the,
He said he would appoint someone under 50, which would disqualify him appointing Weiser.
And if he does not win, he remains in the Senate for 2 more years.
2 more years. Carla, would you repeat what you said? Louder with the microphone, please.
If Bennett wins for governor, he said that he would appoint someone for his Senate seat who would be under 50 years old.
Under 50 years
That would
old.
disqualify Weiser because Weiser's over his head.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't heard that one. Very good. Pass the microphone forward to Tom Crane, please. You hit your, oh, okay. Okay, Tom. Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on these two? I don't want to take time to go to Wiser's website because it's almost identical, as I mentioned, in those priorities. And that I want to hear what you have to say. How do we decide between these two people who have extensive credentials? Yes. Okay, we'll come to you. Hang on. Go ahead, Linda, use the microphone.
My frustration is that we've got two really good people.
Yes.
And if Bennett wins, we lose Phil. If Phil wins, we have them both. So that's where I'm going.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I think it would be intriguing if Bennett would win and then appoint Weiser to fill the Senate seat. That would be interesting. Perfect team of rivals story.
But he already said he would
But he
choose
said he wouldn't
somebody
do
under
that because it
50.
was point someone under 50, Scarlett said. Yes,
Okay.
go right ahead.
Both Bill Weiser and Michael Bennett will be at Windsor Gardens Wednesday at, I think it's 6 or 6:30. And all of the questions were predetermined and the public is welcome to come and listen to what they have to say.
Okay, thank you. This Wednesday. Okay. Jeff is next, yes.
I've been to two campaign events for Weiser, and at both of them, he said, you should elect me as governor so that we can keep Mr. Bennett as our senator. To keep Bennett as senator. And I thought it was interesting that he would say that at a campaign event. And it just intrigued me that he would do that. When I looked at it, Bennett does have some business background, and he was the head of Dearborn Public Schools, and so he's got some experience that's a little bit broader and non-governmental, whereas Bill Weiser has pretty much all governmental experience through a number of different roles leading up to being Attorney General. And that's, I think, one of the things that changed them. I think they're exactly the same on the issues. I think you can win either one of them. I'm leaning toward Weiser, but the reason Linda is, let's keep Bennett in the Senate and let's have Phil.
Actually, that's kind of where I'm at. I like that idea. And I was interested that the Attorney General's office has 700 employees, including 400 lawyers. It says on Weiser's website. I didn't know it was that big, $150 million budget also. Who had their hand up next? Yes, Jim, go ahead.
Well, continuing the support for, to keep Bennett in the Senate, one of the things that impresses me is that Bennett has had a very strong voice, especially in the last 4 to 6 years, because I think, because of his opposition to Trump, but number two, because of his seniority. And regardless of who we appoint to go to replace him, if he gets elected, they are not going to have the strong voice that Michael Bennett has. And I think at this point in our history, I think that voice is really important.
Well said. Norley.
Steve, I'm just wondering if we have an opportunity to have other folks on the other side share with us. I just feel like if we are talking politics, I don't know what your plan was for the rest of the time, but you know, we're all assuming that, at least my impressions, we're all assuming everyone tends to be on one side here. So I was thinking, so can we?
Thank you for that lead. I was going to go next to the Republican, to those 4 Republican folks that are listed there. Unless anybody else has another comment on Weiser or Bennett. Any more Weiser Bennett? Going once, going twice. Okay. Yes, the Colorado governor candidates Republicans. Scott Bottoms, Barb Kirkmeyer, she's a fairly well-known state senator or representative. Victor Marks, this is a minister. I see some head shaking here. This person is a minister and a former Marine, who's been on Channel 9 interviewed this week because of his very unusual comments about he does exorcisms as a minister. And he said that he has killed a number of people in combat and killed someone while he was a youth, someone who harassed him, and he killed that person when he was a youth. And so Channel 9 interview was trying to get more information out of him, and he was very difficult to talk to.
And he said he saved 100 people in different countries.
And he saved 100 people in different countries, spiritually saved them, or
He didn't
in the
specify.
Marines. Yes,
He didn't
yes.
specify how.
Very
he saved
unusual person.
Okay.
Yes, and then
Scary.
Kelvin K-Man Wembley, it said he does not have a website. He's a write-in candidate who appears to be not a very serious candidate, having no website. And the other three, I don't want to take time, not out of discrimination, but their websites all pretty much state the same Republican agendas today with priorities. Yes, Susie.
I did watch the Republican debate with Kyle Clark, and I thought the fire lady, she was really good. Did you watch it?
No.
She had all her ducks in a row.
Good.
She knew exactly, you watch it, yeah. They asked her questions and she was like, boom, 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 boom. Bottoms was like, well, so I would have, and then the other guy was like laughable, you know? And but Kyle Clark did a
Not
really
very
good
clear,
job. He was
yeah.
very businesslike, and yeah, he didn't take any. Yeah, and the Marx guy said, well, you guys are so mean. It's like, this is politics. Hello.
Right.
There's so many, but I feel.
It's politics today.
Yeah.
But I would encourage you, if you're interested in those or anybody else, look on their individual websites because they do mention their goals and experience. Ron.
I would want to know if any of them were election deniers or supporters of the January 6th event. And if they answered the wrong way on either one of those, I would hope that it'd be an immediate disqualifier.
Yeah.
Okay. Colorado Governor Unity Party. There's also two for the Unity Party. I haven't read their information yet. Any Unitarians in here? Unity Party people, right? Okay. Secretary of State for Democrats. An important office. Let's see what they say. Jesse Danielson, a Democrat, is a Colorado State Senator, elected in 2022. And Amanda Gonzalez is Jefferson County Clerk and Recorder, previously Executive Director of a nonprofit. So two young women for Secretary of State. Let's take a look at one of their websites. I'm waiting for the window to pop up for donations.
For the donation.
Yes, they all do that. Oh, she didn't have that. That's
There
good.
it is.
There's the donate button. That's right. Let's see what her priorities are. Protecting elections and voter rights. Good for her. She has passed a lot of new legislations as a representative for voter registration, voter rights, ballot access, that kind of thing. Fairer economy, protecting women, safer communities, preserving Colorado, fighting for Colorado workers. Very good.
Wow. Laura's
Yeah. Back. Click back, I'll go back. Yeah, it won't let me go back to the beginning. No, it won't let me do that. Nope. Sorry. So I'm having to wing it here. Any thoughts? Anybody know these candidates for Secretary of State?
I've heard her speak. She's very impressive and she certainly has commanded a lot of respect and influence in the Senate here. I know she's
Okay.
been brave and she's well seasoned. So, I mean, she has experience. She's not a lightweight by any means.
Okay,
It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Heard her speak.
very good. Yes, Ron.
She
go
was
ahead.
one of 4 women featured on the front page of the Denver Post about 15 years ago,
Oh,
who were considered 4 women who were really transforming Denver politics. More specifically, bringing women into prominent legislative positions. It was quite a year, the first year she was elected, for women arising to power in Colorado.
and how about Jesse?
Jesse was one of
Okay.
those 4.
Okay, and here's the website of Amanda, Secretary of State, defending democracy, protecting your vote. Yes, donate. Only candidate who has run Colorado elections. Okay, she's been writing voting laws, running elections as a clerk for fair elections. Watch my video. Okay. Her priorities are, just briefly, top. Vote is your power. Protect every vote from every threat. Expand who can vote. Run elections Colorado can trust. Well, how do you decide between 2 good candidates like this?
Coin.
Steve said coin toss. Okay, that is tough. Jan, go ahead.
Jesse's website was the only place I have seen anyone list protecting women. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Okay.
Jesse said, protect women. That was interesting.
Okay, very good. Yes, Frank, go ahead.
Pushing people that are not on the ballot, but will be on the ballot in November. Celeste Landry, who's involved with, has been involved with League of Women Voters, is also running for Secretary of State. And it appeared to me that Jesse Danielson's issues seem to match her issues also.
Okay. Okay, very good.
I have a question.
Yes.
At the risk of sounding very ignorant, what?
Go ahead and use the microphone first.
In one or two sentences, can you tell me what the Secretary of State does?
Start over. Can't hear you.
What the Secretary of State does.
Yeah.
What that office does. Basically runs all the elections. Runs, yes, gets all the candidates have to follow the law of filing for offices, and they make sure that that is done correctly, and they provide all the information to the candidates, and run all of the county clerks, work with the county clerks to run their
Voter registration.
voter registration, and the machines are overseen properly, audits after the elections are done, things like that. Does that sound right?
And keeping the rolls.
Keeping the rolls
Yeah.
up to date, yeah. Yeah. Sure, good question.
Ballot initiatives.
And ballot initiatives,
You
Jeff?
verify the signatures.
They verify the signatures on the citizen approved initiatives. Thank you for the word. Yes,
Another question, back to, I might be sounding very ignorant.
it's okay.
Who was Secretary of State when Tina Peters got caught?
Tina Griswold. Griswold.
I think Jenna Griswold, yeah, I think so. I notice a hand up on, yes, thank you, a hand up on Zoom. Go ahead with your question, please. If you're still there, unmute yourself.
All right, is that me?
Yes, yes. Hello, Roger.
Hello. I had some comments on Phil Weiser to add in a little bit. So it going back a little bit to your conversation. Right now, the polls are showing that Bennett is leading Phil Weiser. He has about 36% of the vote. Phil has between 30 and 33% of the vote, so it's a close election. What's going on with them? I would certainly like to know who Bennett is going to appoint if he's making that a campaign issue. If it's going to be below 50 person, who is this person? Is it someone that anybody knows, and what kind of policies? Because that's going to be a huge impact on our life that is basically unknown that we're voting for. It's sort of like a blank check that I'd be concerned about. An additional comment that I'm aware of is that when Phil is showing up for a lot of town meetings, that Bennett doesn't show up. And in fact, he's been declining a lot of them, and some of them he cancels a day or two before the meeting is supposed to occur. That I haven't heard any comments on that. Another comment with Weiser is he has certainly got a lot of state experience and experience managing staff. So, my opinion is the Weiser is going to be the wiser choice.
I was just thinking that would be a good motto, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I certainly agree that Bennett needs to finish his term in the Senate. Some of the comments that have already been made in terms of seniority, yeah, that's going to be beneficial. But if he's appointing the person who's going to take his place, I'd certainly want to know a little bit more about that person, not have a blank check.
Any more details? Carla, did you hear anything else about it? Who Bennett said he might appoint? Jim.
During the debate on Channel 9, he explicitly said he will not announce that until after his election.
Oh, okay.
You said he hadn't thought about it yet. He did repeatedly say it would be someone under 50, but he would not give any hints as to any other characters.
Well, that would be inviting criticism in itself. Yes. Yes.
So I have a question. So if Bennett appoints this person that we don't know, will that person have the same seniority in the Senate?
No.
They won't, even though
From
they're.
ground zero.
Okay.
I think so. All good questions. Yes, go ahead.
If Bennett stands up our Democrat club at Windsor Gardens on Wednesday night, then I'm voting for Weiser.
Okay, all right. Ask him some of these questions on Wednesday. Very good. Okay, let's look at least one more race. We've got 12 minutes left. Attorney General for Democrats and Republicans here. So Jenna Griswold is, we know a little about her from being Secretary of State, but let's see who these other folks are. Since the Attorney General handles, as we know, all kinds of lawsuits against the federal government, water rights cases, all kinds of things. Doshi, a Democrat, former Deputy Assistant Attorney General in the Department of Justice, previously Assistant U.S. Attorney for Colorado. And then Michael Doherty is in the Boulder District's Attorney's. Oh, he is the Boulder District Attorney. Yes, I recognize his name. So he might be a front runner for that, I would think. Jenna Griswold is the Colorado Secretary of State, first won election 2018. And David Seligman is Executive Director of a nonprofit legal advocacy organization.
I didn't realize she
Mike, please.
was an attorney previous.
Mike's coming your way.
And worked.
Here.
Which one? ahead, Linda.
Jenna,
Jenna? Uh-huh.
yeah.
Previously worked as an
International
attorney, in international anti-corruption.
corruption law.
Uh-huh,
I didn't realize she did that. That was just news to me.
uh-huh, okay. Okay, let's just click on one of these and see what his priorities
She's been a
are.
very brave woman, so she's had to have security.
Yes.
I always thought because of the stand she has taken.
A lot of threats against her. So I just clicked on the Doherty campaign website. Let's see what his issues are. His issues, experience and trust, affordability. All of them want to make things more affordable. Civil rights and free speech. He's going to work at, and crime and public safety. Work closely with law enforcement, criminal justice reform, sentencing reform, environment, water, and public lands, which they can do through lawsuits. Try and keep environmental law in place. And gun violence. Served as lead prosecutor of the King Soopers mass shooting. Okay.
Steve, may I say something about Hedl?
Yes, go right in. Go right ahead.
I have known Hedl for over 20 years. She's a very good friend of my daughter's, who was a friend of hers starting at Emory when they were students. She is not a politician. She is a prosecutor. She has prosecuted cartels, scammers, very large cases for the federal government. I think that although she is not that well known, I would encourage you to take a look at her website. She would be a public servant rather than a prosecutor. Rather than a politician. I'm sorry, she would be a good prosecutor. She has fought the oligarchs, and she has fought large corporations. The attorney general's job is prosecuting, and I think that of those that are offered on that ballot, that I would encourage you to look at her website and get to know her. Hedl Doshi.
She was Assistant U.S. Attorney for Colorado. Okay, we're looking at her website.
No, she was a federal prosecutor.
Federal prosecutor, okay. Defending Colorado, fighting for a fair economy, protecting our rights and values. Okay, sometimes it's hard to tell from their website, because so many of them sound the same, but thank you, Linda. Appreciate that endorsement. Yes, Karen.
I want to go back to Phil Weiser for just a moment.
Okay.
One of the things I look for is not what they say, but what they do. And one of the things I researched on Phil Weiser was he has led between 40 and 45 different lawsuits against the Trump administration on behalf of Colorado. We're the second state behind California in lawsuits against the administration. And he also joined 20 times multi-state lawsuits against the government. So when I look and see who's representing us and what they do, I'm always more interested in what they do than what they say. They all say the same thing.
Good point. Okay. Frank, yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to pick approval voting. You've got 4 candidates. You might find yourself wanting to vote for one. You might find yourself wanting to vote for some of them. You might want to vote for all but one if you're mean-spirited like I am. With approval voting, you have that opportunity to express yourself more fully and to minimize the impact of the wasted vote and the spoiler concept. And so I encourage you to research approval voting. Thank you.
Is that on this ballot? Will it be on the ballot in the
No.
fall? Will it be on the ballot in the
No, it
fall?
will not be on the ballot in the fall.
28?
Pardon me?
Will it be on at 28?
Not yet.
Okay, Frank's giving a good plug for approval voting. That's okay. Jeff, go ahead.
I read the Denver Post this morning, and on the Attorney General race, the Democrats, they endorsed Michael Doherty. And their second, it appeared to me from reading the endorsement, that it was a very close choice for the editorial board between Michael Doherty and the woman that we were speaking about. Koshy. So, it was interesting that they did not endorse Griswold.
Good point. Okay. Okay, very good.
That would be because Griswold does not have prosecution experience.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Linda. Interesting. Okay. I just noticed maybe what's a discrepancy here. On our Douglas County Democratic primary for the District 4 for the Lauren Boebert seat, Eileen Lauerbacher does not have a opponent, but on the website, it says she does have an opponent. I just called it up on that. Patty?
Well, she was running against Trish Calvary's, but
Okay.
she didn't get enough, Trish did not get enough percentage at the caucus, so Eileen is running unopposed because Trish didn't qualify to be on the primary.
Okay. But then there's this other person, Jenna Preston, who's listed. Maybe she dropped a campaign and just still on the website. Anyway, just out of interest, let's look at her for a second, since there's so much interest in Lauren Boebert and folks who want to unseat Lauren Boebert. Let's look at this lady.
Volunteer. Donate.
Real leadership, ready to win. I know she has some military service background.
Pretty impressive
I
too.
am running.
Who are you looking at, Steve? We can't see it on the line.
Just a second, I will get the share screen. Sorry about that, Susan.
Hey, Steve,
Yes.
my understanding was that Eileen Lauerbacher had been a Republican for a large part of her life. Has anyone else read that?
Yes, she was.
She was a Republican and changed to Democrat. Okay. She says, many people
A lot of people.
yeah, she served in the U.S. Navy for 34 years. Father retired from the Navy. She graduated from the Naval Academy, has 5 wonderful children. And by the time she was deployed in Afghanistan in 2009, her kids were small. Okay.
Wow.
Why she's running? Frequently said she'd never run for office, but changed her mind. She said, we deserve a person willing to work tirelessly to make government deliver for us, not corporate donors and billionaires. Okay.
She is very impressive if you've heard her speak.
Is she? Okay, good. Let's look at
I
her
would fully
platform.
support her,
Okay, thank you, Linda.
although she's running unopposed, so in the primary.
We're kind of looking ahead to the general here. My commitment to reform, she wants to enact term limits, ban members of Congress from trading stocks. That'll be tough. Crack down on lobbyist influence. That'll be tough. End dark money and limit corporate funds and campaigns. Balance budget responsibly, protect voting rights, focus on common sense solutions. Affordable health care, support veterans, protect water. Many of the common democratic goals. Yes, Frank, and then we'll come back to you, Corinne.
Just an aside, the reason they are in uncontested primary election is because that lets them have a higher campaign limit for each of the election, both the primary and general election, rather than if they were not in the primary. you're not in the primary. You have only the general election campaign limits for dollars. So
Okay.
you may see quite a number of these without, uncontested. That's the motivation for running in an uncontested primary election. Thank you.
Okay. Correct.
Yeah, just as a reminder, 7 PM, you have to be in line. Cast your ballot, don't goof around and go to King Said first and find it. Ballot the box, because it's 7:01, you cannot vote.
If you're voting in person.
If you're voting for drop in the drop box, I volunteer with Douglas County. I might be the person at the end of the line at precisely 7 PM. If you get in line behind me, I'm going to have to inform you that you cannot vote. So please don't pepper spray me. You know, don't do that. And one other thing, I'm looking at, since I do work with Sheriff Wood, but he was a Republican. There's no Democrat running for sheriff. But even if there were, I would be voting for Sheriff Woodley because he is an extremely good sheriff, very transparent. And everybody who is a deputy there is there because they want to work for Douglas County. And so just sorry about the political thing, but he really is an outstanding sheriff. So think about that when you go, in case there's somebody, a Democrat that wants to run against him, I will be voting Republican on that one. So,
Okay.
great.
You spoke here at St. Andrew. He's a good guy. Okay, just a couple minutes left. Zoomers, I want to give anybody else on Zoom a chance to make a comment or a question. Okay, Jim.
The thing that kind of bothers me about the whole schedule of issues that the candidates bring up is that they seem like they're in favor of such vague and hazy issues. It's a little bit like saying that you're in favor of good weather and you don't like bad weather. And a lot of people don't think that, don't really know what the heck they're talking about. I'm very disappointed about my issue that I'm cradling in my arms is the issue of Citizens United, to put Citizens United down. And I think that requires a supermajority in both the House and the Senate. I'm very disappointed that we are not moving toward ending Citizens United. It has damaged this country greatly.
Campaign finance reform.
It has said that money is the equivalent of speech and that corporations are people and have rights. And by so doing, it has brought so much money into elections that it has changed the whole tenor of the process around in just 15 years, and it's still going on. And there's a considerate opposition front to it, and it's fairly well organized, but I don't see any of the Democratic or Republican people that are taking issue with it or bringing it up. And I think it needs to be done.
Good points. Okay. We have to finish. It's 11:32. Thank you for a good discussion today, everybody. This was helpful. And we'll fill out our ballots when we get them this week. Thanks for coming. See you next week.
Thank you, Steve. Bye.
I learned about law doctors on the present. Well, I just learned about it.